If you've ever wanted to get a taste of France, well, you can do that right here in San Antonio because Bistro 09 is sharing how their brunch will transport you to another world.
To another world, Europe. Bonjour, Clarke. Hey, what are y'all making out there?
Bonjour. It's so good to see everybody. I'm so happy you're watching Great Day SA because Texas steak and eggs. It is a classic. Chef Damien, you're putting your French twist on it.
Well, definitely. 30 years in Texas, I have to have a little bit now of the Texan flavor in everything I cook.
Right. It just kind of seeps into your blood after a while. So what's the first step in making this? I see a lovely cut of meat and I see some potatoes. It looks like an onion.
So potatoes and onions, shredded, you can use. I've got like a little Ben Reiner machine in order to do that. It goes pretty quick. Or you can just use a potato peeler, the ones with the teeth, and that's pretty quick to do. That's a take on the hash brown.
Can I try that?
Sure. Be careful with your hands.
Cool. Okay, so it has little teeth on it. Looks like it's about to bite you, but I guess I should probably keep my fingers out the way. Oh my gosh! And so that's how they make those little. If you've seen those little potato nests.
Yes,
like a little bird's nest with a quail egg. That's so cool.
That's what we use for that, and we serve. Actually, we do rancheros, eggs rancheros that we serve in a potato nest on Sundays.
I love that.
And this is what we're doing for Sunday brunch.
This is so cool. And then what do you add to this?
So I put a little bit of onion. So onion-wise, okay, chopping it.
Yeah.
I'd have to go.
We finally dice it.
And a touch of cornstarch.
And then it comes out kind of like this.
And it comes out kind of like this.
Why cornstarch?
White cornstarch. There's starch in the potato you can use, but if you're trying to shape something, like look, we're playing with different things. If you're trying to shape something, you want to have a little bit of a extra starch for holding power.
Right.
So
that's so cool.
Over here, all we do is just fry it. Our potatoes and onions.
And I'm assuming, I really like to take my spatula and move things around, but you should let it sit so it forms, right?
Sure. So I mean, there is, according to the equipment we have fryers, so it's easy. We can just
drop it
things in a fryer, and that's quicker. But I mean, in a pan, it works just fine too.
I love it.
And it's a more controlled environment.
Yeah. Okay. So, I see quail eggs too, and the steak.
Yeah, in the egg you can put an entire egg, or you could just do a little quail egg. According to the size of your steak, I mean, if you're an artist at the heart, all things balanced. You have to be careful when you crack a quail egg because it's pretty delicate, right?
Okay.
So I cut the end of it.
I don't know if I could do all that. I want to try one just to see. Okay, that was good.
And that's it.
Can I take one? Okay, so you tap the top of it and
make a little crack because if you don't want to squash it with your fingers, it might be too strong.
Why is it?
Yeah, you get started.
Why do you crack the top of it like that?
Well, because if you're trying to do with your fingers, they're so it's too big and you're gonna have a hard time.
Did I do that? Okay.
Yes, that's fine. Okay. You just pop up the top open and pour it in the pan.
Okay, pop the top open, pour it in the pan. Let's see. Will she get any shells in it? Oh my God! Well,
there you go.
It's not as pretty as yours, but that's so cool. So it just kind of comes out the egg.
Then of course,
listen, I'm proud of myself. Okay.
Then of course the main part, right? That's a little beef tenderloin, so we want to use a nice little cut instead of like the leftovers from the cows. So
all right, so we have the beef tenderloin. How long do you put that on? I noticed you just put a little salt, pepper.
Right. So I mean, it's a fairly thin cut. If it was thick, you'd have 15 minutes to cook it. But this is going to cook in maybe 4 or 5 minutes. 4 minutes.
Easy.
That's it.
I like it. All right, and so I also want to talk to you because you have a pretty unique title. You're the Consul of France.
Correct. Did you Google me?
Yes, we had to. I mean, that's part of the job. We did our research, but tell me about the honor of having that title. That is crazy.
Well, I think it's pretty cool. Back then, I wanted to be closer to the French community. French people, they're a little aloof. They stand apart. They're not a huge community that you can normally see, except for Tony Parker. He was like the big rallying point for a while when he was here. So I just postulated for the job. A friend of mine was the ex-consul, and he said, I'm leaving the position. Maybe you might want to do this. And I said, yes.
Casual. Maybe you might want to step into this huge, massive role.
It takes a while because you have to be vetted by the American government. So it takes about a year for the FBI to check you out, basically. And once you're approved, then after that, you're a diplomat.
Easy as pie. Easy as pie. No, that's so incredible.
I mean, it's an honorary, so the honorary,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a volunteer, so
Right.
I don't get paid or anything for the
But
job.
to be able to bring people together in that
Sure.
way is really powerful. I know that you have a brunch menu as well. People can try this French take on steak and eggs if they want to come in and visit.
All right, so here we don't want to let things get out of hand.
Where can people find you if they want more information, if they want to come visit?
People can find us at bistro9.com, and we're right on Broadway, right down from the high school and next to City Hall.
Easy
And
peasy.
We're open every brunch.
You know what? I'm excited to come back and visit. I'm going to take a bite out of this Roma Paul. I mean, it really doesn't get better than that.
That is literally heaven on a plate. It looks so good.
I'm trying to find a French word. What, magnifique?
Yes.
Would that would probably work, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Paul.
that's what I would
I'm proud
say.
of your French knowledge.
Of my culture.
I took French in high school, y'all, but trust me, I
I
don't
know.
remember much. It was difficult.
I did too.